Oh yeah.
We pick up with a scene in a dojo. We see a young Akoto Takeshi standing before a Matsu who trains with him. The Matsu is not the Matsu that is in this tournament, just another Matsu young student. The two schools compete against one another. The Matsu family known for their ferocity on the battlefield, and the Akoto for their battlefield tactics. We see Takashi with his bokken, and the Matsu male warrior with his bokken. The Matsu raises his bokken high over his head, and Takashi quickly steps in and strikes his midsection. The match is over. Takashi, as expected, is victorious here. And then, just as you're about to turn and celebrate with your classmates, you look and you see your mother at the door. Now, your mother is not living in this town. She is not from here. If she's traveled this way, it's important. And the grim look on her face is one that tells the story. Your sensei turns to you and says, "You should go."
Takashi would bow to his sensei before quickly making his way over towards his mother.
She stands with you for a long minute outside of the dojo, overlooking the town from the slight hill that this is placed on. You know that just a month ago, your father and brother went to war. They followed Akoto Arasao, your clan champion, and his attempts to take Toshi Ranbo-wo, the white-walled city, back from the Crane, a contested land between the Daidoji and the Akoto. Your mother doesn't really need to say much for you to get the picture, but she offers a few words. No tears. The Akoto have little room for them. They died bravely.
That there is a shocked expression on Takashi's face. A possibility that never fell upon him until this moment. They can't be... What happened? What?
And I think with that, we cut away from the scene. We know that Takashi heard the stories that your clan champion himself died at this battle. A great shame for the Akoto and the Lion. Something to fuel great animosity between the Lion and the Crane. It was questioned as to whether this was even the right move to be so bold as to raise a war, a contest that could lead to all-out war during this 1,000 years of peace. But it was Akoto lands, and it ought be once more. We cut to a brief scene with Takashi and those that traveled with him as you pass in the distance the white-walled city, the death place of your brother, your father, and your clan champion. And we zoom in to see Takashi's reaction.
Takashi, slightly older than he was previously, of course, though he holds himself far differently than he did when he was a child. His back is straightened and his eyes are narrowed as he looks at the walled city. It only impassions him further for his goal. That he came here and requested that he would be able to take this Gempukku, that he would be able to defeat one of the Crane at their own game.
We cut forward, still in a flashback, to the morning of the second day, just before the weapons skill, the weapons test. We see Takashi as he opens his eyes and realizes you weren't as early as you wished to be. You overslept. You expected to be up at dawn, and it's long past that given how warm your room is right now. Give me a basic perception investigation roll. As you notice your window has... You hear the shutter of the window. It's open.
Alright. Perception investigation. 35.
You look to your personal effects, and as you get up and out of bed, everything seems to be in order. You worry for a moment with the window wide open like that. Did someone break in and steal something? But you're able to quickly confirm that's not the case. As you look around, though, amongst your other personal effects and not far from where your daisho sits, you see a scroll sitting neatly. You don't have any scrolls on you. It's not clear what this parchment is, but it's painted with the kanji for 7, the number 7.
You would take the scroll and, out of curiosity, or perhaps investigatory instinct, he opens it.
All right. We cut forward to everyone making their way to the station where they're to speak their poetry. And we see from the eyes of Takashi, his eyes glance up and look at the wall. On the wall, the marking of the letter 7 painted exactly the same, or the number 7 painted exactly the same as it was on your scroll. And we begin from there. Welcome to our 6th of 8 episodes of Legend of the Five Rings, the Topaz Tournament. We have with us a number of lovely streamers that play this game, a short mini series, and if it's popular enough and people are happy with it enough, we might do a part 2 one day. But for now, let's close this out with a bang. So we begin the rest of day 2 for the Topaz Tournament. Just to announce our players, we have Mark the Cat's Meow playing Akoto Takashi. I'm not going to do that's going to take too long. I'm going to go ahead and just announce the players for now. Sorcery Arts and Professor Tone from Mortal Rolls. We have Cleansing Rain, the streamer, GM of Revan, who's a streamer, All Things Fantasy, who's a streamer, and then Matt from All Things Fantasy. And then we have Yampa and Rebecca and myself, who stream on this channel and in some of our friends' games. Without further ado, we're going to quickly go ahead and go to the video screen, show the intro of the game, and then dive into the rest of the play. Okay, and we're back. All right, so we are going to go ahead and dive into the poetry event, event 7. So for this event, we're going to go ahead and give all of you, all the players, 5 minutes. You're given your task to write about the spring, the meaning of spring, in a haiku format. So that is 757, yes?
575.
575.
1 sec. Hold on.
Or we'll
Hold on.
Google haiku.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure it's... Is it 575? I
It's
thought it was 7.
575. Yes.
3 lines, 575.
Yeah,
Correct.
575. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna get you all to read them, and you might get additional raises before you roll. So go ahead and take your time writing. I'm okay with the pause. This is live. I can keep things rolling. All of you are gonna have a chance to write this. All this does is net you potential free raises. And what do we have? We have 14. So the top 7 of the 14 advance or get a point. The other 7 do not. The bottom 7 don't, and the top 7 do.
Just one haiku?
Just one.
It's the meaning of spring,
so
right?
575?
Yeah.
That's it. All right.
I'll remind you, Mark, about the thingy.
I'm done.
May I do the thingy?
Hey, welcome in, Raiders. We are just undergoing a poetry tournament. So all the players themselves are...
Welcome to the exam portion.
Right?
This week's session.
Exactly. They're writing their haikus out. We'll read them, and then we're going to do polls for each of them as a read to see if they receive any raises. I expect everyone to be very scrutinizing. No lowballing each other. I want only integrity. Integrity.
Wait, was it about spring?
Yep.
Okay.
That is like the perfect Bodo response. Like 3 minutes and you're like, wait, what? Spring? I love it. All right. What I will get you to do... Never mind, I don't have the hand-raising feature active in this. It's too bad. I was going to get people to raise their hand when they were done. How about... What's a good way to alert me? When someone is ready, please feel free to volunteer. And we'll kick this off with the first person.
I'll go.
Okay. The crane was quick too. Just like they're dueling. Yeah. Okay. So everyone, just a reminder, if you're here and participating and listening, we're about to do a poll. And we're going to see whether or not we're giving our crane Doji not Renma, that's my character. Help me out.
Wow.
Yeah.
I played Doji Yuna.
Yeah, Doji Yuna, yeah. We're going to do a little poll here to see if we're going to give Doji Yuna any bonus points. So if you really like the poem that Yuna speaks about spring, you're going to give her 2 raises. If you think it's above normal, 1 raise, and if you just think it's okay, no raises. And the highest vote in the poll is what you get. So Doji Yuna.
Okay, so it's about spring, right?
Yes, indeed.
Okay. Rejuvenation, renewal in floral blooms, youth everlasting.
I've started the poll. You have 2 minutes to vote. And I suppose I should vote too. It's only fair.
Can we hear the poem again?
Yes. Go ahead and speak it twice.
Rejuvenation, renewal in floral blooms, youth everlasting.
Okay. Where are we at with this? It's pretty much a done deal. I'll probably put the timers slightly less, but for the first one, I didn't want people... You guys said that happened too fast last time, so I put it to 2 minutes rather than 1. So let's let that go through. And it's looking like we have a clear outcome, but we shall see. We shall see. Ooh. Neck and neck. We'll see. Can you all see the outcomes of like where it's at, where it's sitting right now? Right now we have one raise at 55%, and that is it. One raise at 55%. So now you will
I'll
make
take it.
an awareness and poetry roll. Just want to make sure I got that right. Artisan poetry. Awareness and artisan poetry. Everyone will be able to explode even if you don't have artisan poetry. So you don't have to put unskilled. You don't have to check unskilled when you roll this. And you get one free raise.
Cool.
And when you're ready, you can go ahead and make a roll. All right. 21. And that was not, you didn't add the free raise in there. That's just the dice, right?
Correct.
Okay. Just making sure. So that will be a 26. So we'll put that down temporarily for you. All right. I'm going to get a second volunteer. I saw, this might be wrong, but I think I saw All Things Fantasy next. Our dragon friend. And that might just have been me missing. But
That's all right.
okay.
I'm happy to go next.
All right. Why don't I get the poll started? All right.
So, Miyamoto, still thinking about that tree from the help earlier. He's still thinking about it. He has it in his head. Okay. All right. I got this. The branches reaching high. Pink flowers sinking to cup. I drink softly here.
Okay. So I'm going to start the poll now. This one will be active for 1 minute.
Can we please hear it again?
Of course. Tree branches reaching up high. Pink flowers sinking to cup. I drink softly here. I must have miscounted. That's fine. I'm happy to fail. It's okay.
You had one raise. Doesn't matter. The dragon do things their own way, and apparently the Empire doesn't care. They still find beauty in it. You have one.
Pretty good for someone who doesn't have spring.
Okay. Yes, indeed. So you're
Good
going.
poem, regardless.
Yep. Yep. That's how people voted. So that's how it went. So you're gonna still get a free raise, and you can make your awareness artisan poetry roll.
Sorry, what was I rolling?
Awareness and artisan poetry.
Let's go awareness.
Yes. And then you don't have to click unskilled for this, just so you know.
Very well.
Okay. So that is a +5 on that. So 17 is your total.
17.
17. All right. There we go.
As he leaves, he's going to put both thumbs up to Yoga. Yeah, let's go.
Excellent. Okay. I'm going to go with Yampa. I think I saw Yampa's hand next. So up comes our unicorn, the Monobatu.
Yes. All right. Springtime sun shines bright. Hooves dance on the blooming grass. Freedom in each stride.
And the poll begins.
Can we hear that again, please?
Springtime sun shines bright. Hooves dance on the blooming grass. Freedom in each stride.
The poll is active. It's looking almost for certain like this is going to be one raise, Batu. But we shall see. 7-3. And one raise it is, sir. You're going to make an awareness test. You do not have to make it unskilled. And whatever your total is, we're going to add an explosion. All right. 28 for you. The motto, his delivery, perhaps, the bluntness, or just the surprise that a unicorn has such words, seems to emanate well, as the motto seems to have the most like nods from the judges as they listen in. Okay. Do I have another volunteer? Cleansing Rain is what I see, and then we'll go to Sorcery Arts after. So we go to Hida. Hida Donzo.
Oh no, I might not be ready. I closed my notepad. 1 second. Hopefully it's the first thing that pops up.
Would you like me to move
Here we
to...
go.
Okay.
I got it. I'm sorry.
No, you're good.
Snow melts on the wall. Mud is now everywhere. Spring invades again. Snow melts on the wall. Mud is now everywhere. Spring invades again.
The poll is active. Indeed. I was expecting Hida punches Bayushi in face. Bayushi cries like baby. Yeah, just kidding. There is a card in Legend of the Five Rings called Crab Politics, and it's a crab punching out at Bayushi. Yeah. We are nearing an end here, and the verdict is... Ooh, 2 raises, Donzo. You may make your awareness. You do not have to check unskilled. I don't think you have poetry, but I could be wrong.
There are a lot of
I have
crabs
no
on this
need
judging
of-
panel.
You got crab hands though, right?
That's a bunch of trolls.
Character sheet's not opening.
You still having trouble with it?
Yeah.
I will check just to make sure nothing funny is happening here. No, you're still owner. Should work.
Refresh.
If it doesn't work for you, I can always roll for you this time through.
There we go. One more time on the roll.
You're going to make an awareness test, unless you have artisan poetry. And then you're going to, after the roll, you don't have to mark unskilled. You can leave it as don't check unskilled. And then after the roll, you're going to add a +10 to whatever your roll is. Because of 2 free raises. You needed it. So that makes sense. So the 2 free raises will net you still a 15. There was, in fact, a Yasuki judge. I will note that. Yasuki family of the crab. Alright. So, next thing's next. We move to our Yogo. Yogo Okari.
All right. I
Whenever
ode to
you're ready.
spring. That's what I'm calling it. Gray skies yield to blue. Petals gently sting the earth. Life begins anew.
The poll is active. By the way, not everything
You
we're
hear that
doing will
again?
be... Yeah.
Yes. Gray skies yield to blue. Petals gently sting the earth. Life begins anew.
2 raises it is.
Cool. So that's an awareness roll?
Awareness and artisan poetry. So just awareness if you don't have artisan poetry, and you'll get 2 raises, so you'll add a +10 at the end of the roll.
Okay.
21. Usually when it's spiked for 2 raises or something like that, it means one of the Imperial family members liked it, and that seems to hold some additional weight. All right. Do I have a volunteer? Okay, I think I saw Tone's hand first, but I also have a wide spectrum to have to look at. So we will go with you next, Tone. We will go to our Falcon, Toritaka Kazumaru.
Kazumaru is dressed in black. That's not the poem. Okay, this is it. Spring, a time for new love. Shadows come into the light. She soars high and bright.
Want to repeat that?
Spring, a time for new love. Shadows come into the light. She soars high and bright.
Ah, the forbidden idea, notion of love in Rokugan. Both cherished and hidden away.
Does the Empress shed a tear?
We'll have to see what the role looks like for that one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Oh, didn't mean to do that. And you have one raise, Kazumaru. So you're going to go ahead and make an awareness roll. I'm assuming you don't have artisan poetry. You don't
I
have to.
animal handling awareness.
That's close in that it starts with the same letter.
It's pretty much the same thing.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, no worries. I got an awareness, and I click it unskilled?
You don't have to click. You don't have to check unskilled for this one.
And how do I add a...
You can just... We'll just count the roll at the end. We'll just add it at the end. Ooh. Apparently, this little mention of romance was something that caught interest because it netted a total of... Oh, wait. A total of 25. You got one raise. The third most popular of the poems right now received. Regarded.
High fives in the back.
All right. I believe we have two left. Is that correct? We have Gem of Revan and the Cat's Meow. I'm going to go ahead and nominate, if you're ready, and I'm going to go ahead and nominate you. Are you ready? If you're not ready, it's okay.
Can Caspian go ahead of me, please? I'm still thinking about the one line, so please go ahead.
Yep.
All right. Takashi steps forward, carefully been thinking through his options. He takes a breath as he sits and recites his poem. When last snow falls low, fresh morning glow doth rise new. Sun's roar awakens growth. Awakes growth. Awakes growth. Awakes growth.
All right. Why don't you read that one more time for folks as we set the poll?
All right. When last snow falls low, fresh morning glow doth rise new. Sun's roar awakes growth.
I can't vote.
And it's active. Okay. 2 raises it is, sir. No pressure, but you gotta start succeeding at these, or you lose.
I have to succeed at this. I am going to spend a void point.
All right.
Out of curiosity, would my Heart of Vengeance come into effect? Get one over on the crane.
I don't think your poem was spicy enough against the crane. Otherwise, yes. You didn't dig at them enough. Otherwise, you would have.
For the next one. Let's go. This is everything.
All right.
26.
36 total. You have the most popular poem currently.
Suck it, crane! I graciously accept this victory.
That's an etiquette point taken away.
If it was in character, it'd be more than an etiquette point. Okay, so even the crab would lose honor for that. All right, that brings us to GM of Revan. We move to our Asako of the Phoenix.
Asako probably more nervous than anything in her life as she goes, feathered home, singing when the dawn breaks, clear praises to the heavens, a new flock coming of age.
Okay. If you could repeat that one more time before we start the vote.
Singing when dawn breaks, clear praises to the heavens, a new flock coming of age.
All right, that is one raise. So Asako Mayumi, you're going to make a awareness test. If you have artisan poetry, you may use that as your skill. If not, you're just using an awareness test and you're making sure that you don't check unskill.
I think I have the sage thing, but for some odd reason, I can't do anything with my character sheet.
It seems like
I can open it, but I don't.
Try refreshing. And I will check Sage real quick.
Is the sage for artisan or just lore stuff?
It's lore.
I
Yeah,
think it's
so
just more stuff.
yeah. So it won't count.
So I'll use awareness.
Indeed.
I don't know why, but it's taking a very long time.
Yes. You can try refreshing if you need to. If you want me to roll for you, I can.
It's taking a while, so if you don't mind. I don't mind.
Okay. I'm rolling for Mayumi. Actually, I'm going to roll for Mayumi first before we do anything else, because this is a PC. So we're not going to tick unskilled roll. We're just going to see what happens here. Oh. Ooh. You ended up with one raise, right? 31. All right.
Oh.
We lose somebody? All right. A quick early BRB. We'll be right back. Okay, and we're back. Just a minor technical difficulty. We brought in the technical difficulty dance, and we made everything safe and okay again. Yeah. It's an old ritual, but it works out. So we have our results, and they are posted. The audience got to see them while we were in BRB, but we have 7 people who earned points that round. The highest was actually Akoto Takashi. So Takashi, you will get an addition. Everyone who succeeds, everyone who participated gets 1 point of glory. So everyone gets 1 point of glory. Those who get a point will get 2, and Takashi, you'll get 3. Takashi, you earn a point. Mayumi earns a point. Batu earns a point. Yuna earns a point. Dairu earns a point. Akari earns a point. And Kazumaru earns a point. So now we have two of our players under threat of elimination.
We have a camera issue
Lost
going on.
Matt again.
Oh no.
Lost Matt again.
I was distracted by the camera issue. Did I pass?
Also, our cameras can't be seen on the stream.
Yeah, that's what I'm referring to.
Oh yeah.
To be heard.
Who needs cameras amongst friends? That's interesting. Let's see if that fixed it. Yeah, that did, but not really, because our cameras are broken with one person gone. All right, folks. Sorry, we're having some technical difficulties, so we're gonna see if we can repair this. Okay, we are back, folks. Just want to note that after the poetry round, we have a couple more folks who have entered into the realm of passing, we have Doji Yuna with 5 points now. And Motobatu, who has gone from losing the first 2 matches in a row to winning the next 5. And lastly, Bayushi Dairu. You will get an honor point for that, Akari. You succeeded at your mission.
Yay.
As underhanded as it had to be, and as much points as you had to lose along the way.
By any means necessary.
Okay. Apologies, folks, for the in and out. We're just having some disconnection issues, so we're just working through those. If it happens again, we may have to do some kind of postpone or move on. We will figure that out if it happens. In the meantime, we end with poetry. We're going to zoom in real quick to Akoto Takeshi.
All right. Akoto would stand before the judges once it is completed, and he would bow his head as he say, "There is something I would like to bring forth to the examiners." As he would pull out the scroll and then place it before them and would say, "This was left on my nightstand this morning."
Left? Kachiko, the clan champion's wife, says, "Left, Akoto-san. Did you have a visitor last night?"
I do not know. The window was open when I awoken. All that I know is that on the scroll, it lists a haiku. It was not the haiku that I used today.
When you say you don't know, there are fans that come out immediately within some of them. Yeah. Implying potentially visitor was not so much someone that snuck in and gave you something as you having the visitor that kind of stays the night with you sort of visitor. So that is how some of the court interprets it. Nevertheless, the Emerald Champion says, "We thank you for your honesty," after examining it to make sure your words were different. The Crane says, "I like your version better."
He pauses for a moment, and then he goes, "Thank you, Emerald Champion." Actually, it's say Emerald Champion Sama.
All right. So we move on, and just to give a quick update, the people were watching closely and with bated breath as we move through the final day of events are Hida Danzo with 3 points, Kazumaru with 4 points. And looking specifically at the player characters here, Kazumi with 3 points, Miyamoto Kazumi with 3 points, Sako Mayumi with 4 points, and the rest of the players, if I'm not mistaken, are in, or have already made it in. So those are the ones that are trying to achieve adulthood still. The lowest scoring one is Utaku Midori, who's not completely out for the count at this point, as there is still the remainder of the day. It's at this point they announce the remainder of the day. The next event will be the game of Go, followed by a contest of knowledge in the realm of the courtier, followed by archery, and finally hunting.
Did they say a game? A game? Oh, I love games!
I love Go.
I like to go too.
Oh,
the game Go. Yeah, I've got yeah.
Takashi says under his breath, "I wish it was Shogi."
Oh, Shogi's cool, but Go has a long and storied history.
Shogi is a game of intelligence and strategy.
So is Go if you know how to play it, right?
Is that so?
Kamuri. You get to bounce balls everywhere.
What?
Takashi turns and
We cut away with a look of those two. The lion in the crane in
them
great contest, then
face to
in
face
enters a dragon.
turning to the dragon. Yeah.
Okay, we are going to pair off for this game into the game of Go. If you have games Go, you get a free raise on your rolls. If you have games something else, you may roll without listing unskilled. And if you have no games, then you have to roll unskilled. That's the way.
Game.
If you got no game, yeah. Good lord. Okay. Okay, so we have 14 contestants. We're going to pair up. We're going to move through these as swiftly as we can because I realize we lost a little bit of ground and we're honestly, this takes a long time anyways. So the 9th and the 4th contestant, Shiba Sukune and Yogo Okari.
All right. What's
I
the
will
role?
I will let you all know, of course, at any point you can lowball for the risk of losing honor. So now that you're through, if anyone's through and they want to see a certain person through, they can lose on purpose. But if you're high honor, that's like the equivalent of cheating. Like the equivalent of lying is what I mean to say. So
Yep.
this will be, let me just check what Go is. It is intelligence and games Go.
So in my case, it's just intelligence.
And in your opponent's case, it's just intelligence. So let's see where this goes. All right. You are the victor. Congratulations. Shiba Sukune sits just short of achieving her last point. And Akari, she looks like she probably didn't have a lot of confidence there to begin with, and she just nods to you and says, an honor. Shinjo Haruko versus Motobatu. Just where you want to be. You are fighting your clanmate, Shinjo Haruko. Or not fighting, but competing against, rather. She does not have games nor Go.
Me neither. That's
Just intelligence and make sure intelligence, and you want to make sure you click unskilled if you don't have it. 12. She will defeat you, Batu. I'm not sure if you're sad about that. How are you after losing?
Batu is ecstatic that he's already being considered an adult. He's just participating to participate at this point.
Indeed. So that puts you hear the gong again as Shinjo Haruko has entered the group of adults with her 5th point.
I'll give her a polite bow as I make my way back to the little dragon.
All right.
Said little dragons bouncing up and down in excitement almost.
Okay. This is Miramoto Kazumi and Asako Mayumi. One of you will earn a point here. So again, if you have any game, you can roll it skilled. But if you have games Go,
right?
Yeah, games intelligence. If you don't have games, you're rolling just intelligence and you're rolling it unskilled.
Good luck.
You too.
Oh,
Ugh. Kazumi, you do not earn a point this go, but Mayumi, you do. And the gong goes off once more as Mayumi enters adulthood.
Mayumi will bow to Miramoto-san and go, for the next time we meet. This was our second.
Yeah, we should play. Yeah, we should play Komori next. It's a lot of fun.
Yes.
I like that. Yeah.
And they will bow, and then they will go away from the go table.
All right. 5 and 3, yes. Kodo Takeshi and Bayushi Dairu. The young Scorpion looks over at you and nods.
Takeshi does the same, wordlessly as he sits at the table.
If I overheard you correctly, Kodo-san, this is not quite your game.
No. I am one who prefers shogi. Yourself?
I find games to be a bit dull, in truth.
I see.
Perhaps it's my upbringing.
Alright then.
All right, sir, when you are ready.
Intelligence games? Or do I just roll?
Yes, you roll games if you have it. Yeah, if you have a game of any kind, you can still roll it. You just don't get the free raise for it.
Alright. Cool.
Ooh, that's a big roll. Why did... Oh, 3 and then exploded. Okay. Oh, close, but you are the victor, Takeshi.
He would nod and he would go to stand up, but then he would stop and he would look to Bayushi-san and would say, "These are not just games. These are ways for us to test our strategic minds. To keep one's mind sharp in both instances. For it may be a game now. One day, it may be a very battle against horrifying or monstrous creatures. One must always be ready."
He, as you say that, have you visited the wall by chance? He seems confused by your answer.
I have.
Then, I've learned something new this day. With that, he'll bow to you.
He bows in response.
All right. We continue on. Kazumaru. Toritaka Kazumaru. Versus Kakira Saburo. The younger crane looks to you and offers a bow.
The falcon reciprocates the bow.
And you...
Games. I was just asking if he likes games.
I've never been quite good at them. But I'm always willing to try.
Good on you, because I've never played this game before. Una-san, does she like certain jade stones of certain shapes or anything? Just asking for a friend.
And then he kind of diverts. So the object of the game is you begin to move, and then like it cuts away, and we move towards a roll. He diverts. He looks really uncomfortable with that.
Yes, psychological warfare.
So if you don't have games of any sort, you roll intelligence unskilled.
Very good.
As mentioned, he is not very good at them.
Put off his game.
Kazumaru, the gong goes off for you.
bow, and then I whisper to him, "Great job. But you're going to need to give me that information later." Then just wink.
He looks just as disturbed with it as he was at the beginning. He's like, what do I do with that? All right, we're down to the last couple of matches of Go. It's the second to last match. And we have Doji Yuna versus Utaku Midori. She looks at you and she looks nervous and she says, "Fate has brought us together this day."
Are you nervous?
I don't intend to lose.
Good. That's the attitude you need. And if all else fails, try to make a pretty pattern.
She tries to act like she's able to laugh that off, but there's a nervousness in her voice. Okay.
I think you'll do well.
But yes, I have the games Go, so I will do my perfectionist raise to cancel out the free raise.
Understood. When you're ready, you can give me your roll.
Oh, baby.
Yuna, you earn another point. Midori must win all 3 of the next matches. And this is the unicorn that said that she would not be returning home if she did not make it into Gempukku.
Yuna did not hear that, but all the same, I think she's keeping track of everybody's scores in her brain for reasons, and as she sets down like the decisive winning piece, she just looks up almost guiltily before just clearing her throat, bowing.
She'll bow to you.
Good game.
Good game. She chokes it out and then carries on, stands up and bows, and then walks off. That brings us to our final match, and another person that is under threat. We have Hida Danzo versus Matsu Chiharu.
Danzo will walk stiffly and proudly to his seat, but from looking at him, he doesn't have much confidence. He would seem very apprehensive, potentially nervous. But he won't say anything to Chiharu.
She looks up to you and she says, Hida-san, do you have 3 points or 4?
I don't see why that's any business of yours. Let's get this over with.
I won't hesitate to embarrass you here if it means that I am promoted, and I expect you not to do the same. No mercy.
I don't believe I've heard that word before. And you can see him smile behind his mask.
All right. Here we go. Games go. You get the point. Hida Danzo. You are 1 point away from adulthood, and you have 3 more contests to go. Chiharu remains at 4, tied with you. She looks a bit heated at that, but she grunts it away and stands up and gives a bow to you and steps away.
The stone doesn't need to be fast. It just needs to last longer than you.
You've bettered me in this game. She'll leave it at that. looks like there's a whole bunch of words that just went through her head, like in rapid succession, around ways to insult you, and that she didn't let leave her lips. Yeah. So with that, we have completed the game of Go. And we are now moving into the position of courtier. I'm going to give, even though we had that break there, I am conscious of making sure people get their bathroom breaks. So we're going to do a real quick one, like a 3-minute one, and we'll be back with the next event. We'll see you soon. And we are back for the knowledge of court. In this case, this is usually the one most Bushi fear. The event that the Bushi do not look forward to in these events. Because most Gempukku have some kind of reference to knowledge of courtier so that you don't embarrass your clan and end up having to pay for the shame of it. Nevertheless, the Topaz tournament's no different, just a little more emphasized because it's hosted by the Crane and sponsored by the Imperial families. We see everyone lined up where the heraldry event took place. In this case, just like Lore Bushido and heraldry, you're going to be brought, or more, I guess, Lore Bushido, the lore one, you're going to be brought in to answer specific questions. And everyone who passes. Okay. You have to make 2 tests here for today to see if you pass. It's awareness courtier and awareness etiquette. One of them is going to be against a target number of 10, and the other one is against a target number of 20. You can choose which you're rolling at 10 and which you're rolling at 20. You have to pass both to get a point.
Those skills again?
Courtier and etiquette.
Yeah.
This is not the top rolls or anything. This is just whoever passes. There are only a couple of these events. So it's awareness courtier and awareness etiquette. You get to pick one of them to roll against target number 10. Make your first roll against target number 10, which is either awareness etiquette or awareness courtier. Make your second roll against target number 20, which is whichever of those 2 rolls you didn't roll, you're rolling against target number of 20. Did I describe that well? Yeah, okay. And I don't think we have to do this in any sort of order. We'll probably save some time if we don't, and we can move on to archery from there. So I'm going to go ahead and also try to capture what you guys tell me, and I'm also going to roll for the NPCs as we go.
Can I use my emphasis for courtesy?
Yes.
Do you want to call on us for what we got, or should we just call it out?
That's probably a good point. Why don't I call on folks? So we'll start with Mark. Are you completed with yours?
Failure.
Failure. Okay. Okay. Rie?
24 and 25.
Pass. So
16 and then 11.
You haven't made it, but there's archery and then there's hunting. Kazumaru.
17 and 26.
Batu.
I failed both of them.
Yuna. I missed you.
With my perfectionist raise on both, it's a 33 and a 40.
Kazumi.
Success on the first, fail on the second.
Okay. You got 3. Indeed. Okay. And Mayumi.
So just to confirm, it's for both courtier and etiquette.
Yeah. The first
So
roll.
for-
The first roll is against a target number of 10. The second roll is against a target number of 20.
So I rolled 19 and 27.
Oh, you muted yourself, Pop.
I will quickly complete the NPCs. We are going to do a quick scene. In this case, we're going to put together Kashi, Batu, and Kazumi. And then we're going to move to another group in a second here. It's a small little interaction that, whether you wanted to or not, you end up around each other at this point, just after the scene.
Like right now?
Yes, go ahead.
I don't think I did the right thing. I'm pretty sure I didn't do the right thing.
What do you mean not the right thing?
I just went up there and then I like always I just offered my hand and then they just looked at me up and down and they basically kicked me out of the room. I even offered them some food, like dessert, but yeah,
Wait. Which food did you give them?
I didn't give them any food. I offered them food.
Ah. Did
You've
you ask 3
mistaken
times?
Hospitality for courtesy.
Yeah, if you come to one of our camps, you're going to be treated well. I guess maybe they don't like food.
No. Did you offer another 2 times afterwards?
I did at least one more time while I was getting escorted out.
No, you have to get all 3. You have to ask at least 3 times. That's what I did.
Should I try to
Kazumi is
go
correct on
now?
this. I think the moment is gone.
Aye.
If it's... I did not do myself either. I am not one for the courts. Better to leave that to the ones that preen themselves the most. As he looks
The
over
birds.
to the prim.
Out of the 3 of us, I think you would have the more experience at court, wouldn't you?
I am experienced on the battlefield. Less so among the courts. My family, we have always been warriors, servants of the Akodo, soldiers and generals. You would not see us very often among the careful of words.
So if you don't get... So you go on, Walter. You had probably a clearer thought than what I did.
I was going to say if y'all weren't so like uppity about like culture and how to do things proper, you wouldn't even be that half bad.
I might disagree with you there. Culture is very important. For without culture, you don't have civilization.
As all of them around me that call me Gaijin, I am uncultured and I have civilization, and I'm pretty happy without
No.
civilization.
You still have culture. You still have history. You still have who you are as a people, as a clan. That is your culture. That is your civilization. That is your reason for being. Unless I was reading it wrong.
Yeah, probably.
Was it?
In either case, I take it you and I would be far better sieging a castle than walking its paper walls.
I'll leave the sieging to you. I'll do the raiding on my horse.
Would you walk into paper walls? Wouldn't you just open the door and then walk through the door?
Not if you want to make a point.
Ah, okay. I see. I think.
Okay.
Like an angry point or like a happy point?
He goes to speak and then we cut away.
Yeah. Yeah, and we cut away. We're gonna go ahead and okay. The next scene is oh no. Okay, The next scene is with Akari and Mayumi. Just proximity.
Congratulations.
Oh, thank
Just-
you.
just the two of us?
Congratulations. Just the two of us? Dun, dun. Yeah, I think it's just the two of us, I think, right? Yes?
Correct.
Congratulations, Asako-san.
Okay. You as well, Yogo-san.
Thank you.
That was very difficult, especially some of the more interesting ways of presenting etiquette. Etiquette has always been my lower suit. I'm surprised.
You wouldn't know it.
Oh, really? My appreciation. You were incredible in the poetry section as well. I really enjoyed that.
Thank you. Your poem
There.
was quite moving.
Thank you. I was very impressed with some of the poems that were there. Very surprising coming from Makoto-san. He did so well. I quite enjoyed his sincerity.
It was beautiful, wasn't it?
It was. And the Crab Clan also showed very interesting promise with their poems. Very direct, very straightforward, and to the point. It was enjoyable.
The
And
poem,
yeah, sorry.
Ida-san's
No,
poem was certainly
Yeah.
befitting of his clan.
very much. I quite also enjoyed Falcon-sama's clan's poem. What was it that he said? Again, I can't remember, but it was really good from what I do recall. Unfortunately, I wish I remembered.
Storytaka-san has a gift for imagery, I would say.
Oh, indeed, quite a gift for imagery, as is a great deal of many people that showed up in the poetry contest. Mm-hmm.
Indeed.
Indeed.
You have achieved your Gempukku. You should rest easy now. As I said,
You as
hold your head high, Asako-san.
You as well. You were incredible, and I'm glad we are able to we have three more events, I believe, yes?
Just then, the gong dings for Shibasakune, who has just completed her adulthood. Second Phoenix.
Mayumi politely clap and then bow to her. Oh, I was so nervous there for her for a few of those contests. I'm so glad they were able to make it. And now they can sharpen their swords away from me.
You can rest easy for the rest of the tournament.
Oh, that is me hoping. Although I do believe that their poem about blades and swords as a metaphor for the new day was very interesting, though.
You're a creature of peace. It is its own sort of honor.
It is. Yes, yes.
That's. Oh, go ahead. We'll make this the last statement. Go ahead.
I was just going to ask, and I just want to ask, are you... Just want to check up on you after, I know you had a bit of a fright the other day. How are you feeling?
Thank you. All is better. I've done what every Phoenix does. Submitted all the information that I needed to do to the leaders of my family, and we will take care of what we need to take care of.
Glad to hear it.
Yes.
And with that, we cut away as folks start to move towards the next event out in the fields for archery. We zoom in on the bromance of Hidedanzo and Toritaka Kazumaru as the two walk conveniently side by side, just by circumstance, as you make your way towards the open fields for archery.
These last two events, you're going to be successful. I can feel it. The winds are good today.
Yes, I suppose they are. 'Tis a shame that your best 2 events would be the last ones, but fortunate that you do not need them. Congratulations on that, by the way.
It's funny. I never really put much thought into what it meant to become an adult, and now that I have the points, I don't feel any different.
Ah, yes, this whole ceremony is a bunch of pomp and circumstance that doesn't change much about who we really are. Nevertheless, it is most excellent, and you have done both the crab and yourself a good honor by your positive showing.
I bring honor to the wall. Cause Danzo-san, question. I know this time will end here. But one thing I did not learn is how does one declare one's feelings towards another? Do you know?
I have found it best to think when I ran into Moto-san. We embraced, and I told him exactly how I felt, that I was happy to see him and eager to compete. I would think the same thing applies, just go straight up to them and declare it.
Thank you, Denzel-san. Thank you. Oh, think on that.
As you're walking, you're excited to hear this. Your mood's in a good place, Kazumaru. But as you cross the bridge to head back out, you look for a second and you see the figure. Just for a second, and then it's gone. Just out of the corner of your eye.
And Kazumaru will take that weight on his shoulders, remembering what he's also here to do. Is there a time for a scene here, or just you wanted me to know that because we could end?
Yeah, you pass over the bridge because that's your way out, on your way out of town. You actually run into, just for a second, you see the archer. He's eating a fruit just beside a tree. He's leaned up against it casually. Very non-samurai like. Perhaps a Ronin would do that sort of thing. Yeah.
Kazumaru will again acknowledge Danzo, but then would make his way just slightly towards the tree and just look and say, winds are good today.
Indeed. He motions with his eyes, and in the distance you see what looks like storm clouds. He says, I would hope that you're first. Make the minor clans proud.
I will. Did you find any information?
There will be time to talk.
Kazumaru will look at the storm clouds, nod, or do the appropriate bow, and then move forward the games.
As noted, you can tell he's an asshole by the way he's eating his fruit. Yes. We continue. We cut to the event now. Let me just change the music. This is the second to last event. The archery contest. This is going to be interesting. I'm going to roll a d10 after the first contest. And it starts at a 4. After every event after that, it goes up by 1. once the roll is under that number, 4, then 5, 6, 7, the storm is in. And you'll be competing in archery with a windstorm, with a rainstorm, a torrential storm, in fact. It'll get worse each round, so let's hope that it starts good. And if it gets to the point where it's 10, they're going to call off the events for the day. And who knows what will happen from there. Okay. So this will be competitions of 2 once again. So it'll be the victor of 2 folks that roll. You'll be competing against a TN of 10 in archery and a TN of 20 in archery. And this is, I believe, reflexes in archery, if memory serves. Someone wants to fact check me on that has archery. I believe it's reflexes.
Archery is indeed reflexes. If you have it on your sheet, it'll be listed as
Jutsu, right? Some editions went with the English, some went with the Japanese. Okay, so we are going to roll. First round does not get a roll. Whoever gets into this particular event does not have to worry about wind whatsoever. So we will see. In the order, bottom to top. Hida Danzo. Now you just need to hope that you don't end up against one of the archers. That's what you want to avoid. Oh, interesting. Hida Danzo versus Akoto Takashi. One of you will be left to the hunting event. Both of you have 4 points. So,
Takashi readies his bows. Stringing them.
If you hit both, you're good. On the second one, the highest total roll is the victor. If you want to raise, you may do so on that second one, which would make it a 25. But if you don't succeed, you fail.
Let's go.
Cool.
44.
My.
I changed my roll modifier to 1 because of crab hands. Is that correct?
Yes.
Do you want me to bump?
Oh,
That was on the TN10. Now we're on the TN20.
Now it's the actual one.
Now it's the one that matters, yes.
Takashi is going to raise.
I'm not gonna raise.
Okay. Make your rolls.
Oh.
If you hit this target here, Donzo, you both don't. It goes to another round. The wind's picking up just enough for these not super proficient archers to give them a little bit of trouble. So we go to the next round. I need to declare if raises or not raises.
Takashi will raise once more.
No raise from Donzo. Okay.
Oh, I fail with 21.
So does Donzo. This will continue this way. Raise or no raise, Takashi?
Takashi's not going to raise for this last one.
Raise or no raise, Danzo?
Yes, he's gonna raise.
Okay.
Oh, I should have raised. Fuck.
You should have raised. If Donzo doesn't get a 25, you win. Oh, no! Donzo pulls an upset, hits the bullseye. Takashi, his arrow flies first and hits perfectly, like a nice solid mark on the target. But then Donzo's shot just seems to line up perfectly right into the center of the bullseye. The judges spend a few moments really just looking it over to make sure they got it right. And then they raise the Hida banner, not the Akodo one. Danzo. The gong goes off for you. You look over to see those storm clouds and the fact that you have one event left. And you wonder what they'll do about that. First test of the roll. The weather stays at a distance for now, as we move up to 5. So this roll will not be impeded by any additional weather issues as we go to the next 2. This will be Kazumaru and I did that wrong. Kazumaru and Matsu Chiharu. By the way, as Takashi leaves, since Chiharu's next up, she looks at you and she'll actually step into you and grab you by the side of your clothing, and she says, "We can't embarrass the clan."
I know.
She lets go of you.
He pushes past.
Okay. The first roll, as noted, is simply a target 10. Kyujutsu and reflexes.
Reflexes, okay, thank you.
Yeah, if you don't have Kyujutsu, you are rolling unskilled.
And we didn't get any void this time around, right?
Not between, no. Well done. Oh my god. Barely. She hits the edge. She hits... She has Kyujutsu. Why didn't that go off? Maybe I forgot to roll a Kyujutsu. It's okay. Either or. Dramatically, she hits the edge of the target. Just barely. She does have 1 in Kyujutsu, so ignore that 2, keep 2. It will be 3, keep 2. You hit. She's also not going to raise. She's going to try to get a higher number than you. If she fails to get a higher or a tied number, then you win by default. She is going to roll. We'll see what happens. Nope. She falls short. The pressure and her lack of skill as a Matsu berserker trying to fire arrows gets to her. She hangs her head for a moment and then just gives a slight bow and then storms off.
And Kazumaru would just kind of look. Perhaps Danzo's nearby and shrug.
All right. You have continued to hold a better spot, Kazumaru, in the rankings. You have 7 points. All right. 3 and 8. Shinjo Haruko and Doji Yuna. Both you and Haruko have made it through.
Yeah.
Doji Courtesan, or Courtier, not Courtesan, she wouldn't slight you. She says, well, Doji Courtier. Don't do that to me. She says, Doji Courtier. Is there anything you aren't capable of?
We'll find out, shall we?
Indeed. Best of luck. Or she'll say, do your best.
Bow.
Do your best.
We'll bow.
She'll give like a bow, but it's like a slight bow. In the unicorn fashion. All right. And with this, TN10 for Kijutsu.
We roll it unskilled.
If you don't have Kijutsu, yes. You made it over 10.
Yay.
She made it over 10. Now we move to the 20 mark. She will raise once for this to try and hit TN 25.
Okie doke.
That was really impressive. Unless she gets to 25, you've won. She misses the 25 by 2 points. So her trick shot was a little too tricksy.
Yuna will try not to look surprised, and then cock her head to the side and bow again. Excellent showing.
You as well. As stated, it seems that there's very little you cannot do, Doji-san.
Seems the clan chose both of their competitors well.
She says nothing, but she seems to like nod with acceptance to that. All right. Saburo versus Mayumi.
How's the weather? How is it?
Oh, yeah. Good point.
Yeah, how's the wind picking up?
Let's see. Now, if it's a 5 or
Justin.
under, it's bad.
Uh-huh.
No, it's still holding.
well,
It's still holding. It's still in the distance. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Can I, before we do this, can I get, where is it? I have a thing. I know I have a thing. Where is it? The one that allows me to get void. Meditation? Is it meditation? Which one is this?
You would have needed to call that in between sessions. There was a minor break. Yeah.
Damn it. Okay, that's okay. Okay. I'll use my last void point for this one, if that's okay.
Yep.
No, not this one, but the next one. I'll do the next one. Okay.
And this against Saburo. So you're rolling Kyujutsu versus Kikita Saburo.
Yeah. I'm unskilled, regardless.
TN 10. Yes, just reflexes and make sure you click unskilled. Right? And you're trying to hit a target number 10.
Okay, come on.
Oh,
Yeah,
you missed it.
Right.
Okay. Match is over there as you're disqualified. Saburo is a skilled archer, and Saburo earns his 7th point. Mayumi, you are left with 6, but still passed. All right, we continue down the run. While that happens to Saburo, smiles to you and says, "Good try, Asako-san."
What's his name? Kakita-san, thank you. And that was a beautiful shot. And they bow and just sigh of a relief. Oh, I'm an adult now. I don't have to worry about it. Okay, we're good. Just that relief is on the face. She doesn't say it out loud.
Awesome. The next play, actually, we need to roll a random d10. Let's see if the wind has a factor here. 6 or under. Holding strong. The wind has not kicked in yet. The next one is Miramoto Kazumi versus Yogo Akari.
She'll bow.
Yeah, we finally get to verse each other. Really excited for this.
Yes.
Yes?
I know you're.
Yes, that's all I get. Yes?
I, too, am excited. She
That's slightly
says it in
better.
a way that's trying to mirror his enthusiasm, but clearly not used to expressing enthusiasm. In fact, usually trying to mask enthusiasm, if anything.
Okay. So when you folks
Let's
are
see if the
ready.
wind holds out.
Oh,
That's unfortunate.
Are you? This would leave you at a point of disqualification, yes? If you don't earn
It
a
would
point.
leave me at a point of disqualification.
Okay.
It would also not allow me to do the Gempukku.
Yeah.
I would not be able to meet him.
Indeed. I'm gonna get you. What is your honor?
My honor is 5.2.
Okay, 1 second here. I'm just gonna test something. Okay, that allows. I want you to make a test here. It's a very rare thing you can do, called Test of Honor. If you wish, you can put your honor on the line for this right now. Since you are at your absolute breaking point, there is no other opportunity to earn. You fail this, you have disqualified.
Yeah, tell me what that entails.
You put your honor at risk, you lose points if you fail. It's like putting everything out in the line, and then if you fail, then you sink. You get to roll your honor, keep your honor for this special event.
Okay. Let's do the honor roll then, shall we?
Okay. So for this event, for both these rolls, you'll be able to make this contest. So go ahead and roll. I think you just do /R 5K5.
Okay.
/R space 5K.
Yeah. 5K5. And what am I trying to get to?
Target number 10 for this one.
Oh, okay.
Okay. The next event, or the next step, this is target number 20.
Miyamoto cracks his neck. Alright, I should probably get a point here somewhere.
Akari, it is your second against the TN20 as well. Akari's falls short just barely. Kazumi, since it's the same instance, you can do the same thing once more if you wish. This will not be available again in the rest of the story.
So did you want to roll it again?
If you, it's your choice.
5 keep 5.
5 keep 5.
You go. Do you draw your bow back again?
Oh.
Me?
Yeah. Do you draw the bow back? You going for another round?
Oh, I get it. Okay, yeah, good point. You both failed. I didn't think about that. Yeah, you both failed the second shot.
Would.
So you have to, yeah, you both have to try and...
Okay. Right.
Unless you choose not to, like, unless Akari's, like, taking the L on purpose. Okay.
I'll be 16.
Oh, no. Okay, Akari's got a 22. It's up to you. You can put your honor on the line and roll 5 keep 5 and see if you beat that 22.
Okay. 5 keep 5 again?
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
No, I do not. That is 15.
If you do not. All right, sir. You lose 5 ranks of honor. Or 5 ranks. 5 points of honor.
I was going to say, 5 ranks of honor.
Yeah.
That's a tough roll.
5 points of honor.
Yeah. Easy done.
We have our first disqualification, though Kazumi is also, for his own honor, allowed to participate in hunting if he wishes. But Kazumi has failed to reach adulthood as part of the Topaz Championship.
Of course I'm going to keep playing. This has been the most fun I've had ever since ever, really. There's not much to do up in the mountains except pray and practice swordsmanship. But no, this is fun. I've been enjoying this.
I think Akari is going to say, just as she bows to him, she's just going to say, your spirit and resilience are something to be admired.
We all have our own path, and it just means that I don't reach adulthood this year. There's always going to be next year, or the year after that. There's no rush to these things. I'll be ready once I am ready. My father might be a bit disappointed. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. But thank you. It was a good shot.
Indeed.
The next one is NPCs, so I'm quickly rolling through that here. I'm just about done. Of course she doesn't. Okay. It's Midori versus Bayushi Dairu. Midori, with the aid of her void, channeling and focusing, manages to climb to her 4th point. That brings us to our last one, actually. Morobatu versus Shiba Sukune. At this point, the storm has come in. The wind is going good. The target numbers for this are now 15 and 25. So she will prepare for her strike, or her shot at the target number 15, and you can do the same.
I will do the same. That's reflexes unskilled, right?
If you do not have Kyujutsu, then yes. You pass your first one. All right, the second shot. Target number 25. We'll see if she succeeds. If she doesn't, it's a reroll. If she does, she wins. That is a reroll.
I gotta roll amazing for this.
You would have to, but it's theoretically possible. Neither of you succeed again. The wind's getting worse. Everyone's starting to get hit with rain. The rain's starting to move slightly sideways. The next roll. Close. Neither of you are able to make it. Continues on. There's lots of commotion. People are wondering if they're going to try and call this off here.
I think at this point, Babu is just like laughing and looking over there. It's like having a lot of fun with this.
She's pretty focused. You notice she's like zeroed in on this. And this is wild. Okay. We will go 2 more. And if neither of us have succeeded at this next 2, it's just the higher number wins. All right. Highest number wins here. Oh, you did it. Oh, no. Then she gets a 45. Nevertheless, everyone who succeeded there will get a 2 points of glory. Everyone who did not will get 1 point of glory. Batu, for that, we're going to give you 2 points.
Out of curiosity, if we're disqualified at any point, even though we didn't, we participated, but we were disqualified, do we lose honor points?
That's all relative. It's all relative, but you're not disqualified. No, not for being disqualified from an act, from a event. No, if you, for example, if you're in Takashi's situation or something like that, then potentially. So at this point, as we move to a close, because I realize it's getting late, we see everyone leaving the field quite quickly. Like it's when those big torrential storms come in, everything's being covered, and they're trying to get everyone in as soon as possible. And we zoom in, and I'm gonna switch to the music here, switch the vibe. This is Takashi's scene.
If I could add, Takashi is just standing there in the rain, gripping his bow, not even noticing the storm, just in his own world, completely devastated that he missed the shot, that he was so close.
Chiharu walks up to you, and she starts to talk, but her voice can barely be heard over the wind. She's like, they better not call off the hunting. The hunting.
Yeah.
Akoto-san, stay with me.
Yes, still the hunt. It's not over yet.
She looks up. I'm not so certain.
Looks up. Looks out as the people are beginning to make their way back inside. Grabs his bow. grabs a few arrows, puts it in I forget what you call it, a quiver. Day is not over yet. And he's actually going to make his way into the forest.
Okay. We see Chaharu huff and then looks around, and we see Chaharu start to sprint after you. And we're going to say that Midori can be seen running beside the two of you now. I'm going to give everyone else a perception. I'm going to say perception investigation in this sense. You can try to justify something else under perception if you have it. Target number with the storm is going to be a 35 to notice that these folks are running into the forest alone.
Would a hunting
think
perception help in this moment?
Hunting? I would allow a hunting roll.
I think Muramoto is focusing on pulling out like a sweet from his bag and unwrapping it.
So are you sitting in the storm? Are you just going to weather the storm like a monk just in the middle of the field or something? Or are you getting to shelter?
What storm?
Okay.
What storm?
Yeah.
This is a nice, lovely breeze.
Yeah. All right. I'm not seeing any huge numbers go off here. The trio run into the forest. And with that, we're going to go ahead and close the episode with one event left. And one player character disqualified and one on the cusp of doing so. All right, folks. 2 episodes remaining. We complete the Gempukku effort with the hunting role, the outcome of the 3 that ran in the forest. And we get a bit more roleplay in the next session as we then move to the Topaz tournament for the closure.
Hell yes.
Thank you all for sticking through. I know we had some technical difficulties there. I also wasn't reading Discord, so I wasn't aware for a minute that I was messing with the cameras. Apologies for that. Just a quick shout out for all the folks we have here. We have the Cat's Meow. The Cat's Meow Show does a lot of Vampire the Masquerade and other related dramatic roleplay. You should absolutely check them out. We have Sorcery Arts and Professor Tone from Mortal Rolls, who do dramatic and comedic Pathfinder that's absolutely brilliant. Love to see you guys. That's Monday nights. You should check that out. Cleansing Rain, you got any roleplay stuff going on these days? Or are you mostly retired? Are you like the old wizened retired Jedi or something like that? Yeah.
A little bit of that.
Yeah.
A lot of life stuff. We just sold our house, and
Congrats for that.
Just a lot of things going on. Thanks.
Yeah. We have Gem of Revan. Gem of Revan does actual plays, does some professional GMing, and also does, even though they're not currently active with commissions, the commissions are closed, I believe. Yes, does maps and
no, it's more so that they're open. They're open.
Okay, they're open again.
My map commissions are always open.
They're
It's just no one knows about my commissions.
We'll change that. All right, your maps are excellent. Matt from All Things Fantasy, who is an excellent streamer and was it Dead Aussie Gaming as well that you're a part of? Is that
I'm on his channel like twice a week on Dead Aussie Gamer where we play Pathfinder 2nd Edition.
Awesome. And then we have Yampa and Rebecca and myself from Taking Time Bob and Friends, which includes some of these folks here. Thank you for watching and participating. We're going to go ahead and move to the BRB screen and play that lovely video one more time as we close out. Thanks for watching, y'all, and have a great night.
Bye.
Bye.